Hey guys, what's up? It's Paige. Welcome back to my channel. We are going to get started with today's pick a card. In honor of Libra season, I figured we should do something involving relationships since Libra is the sign of relationships. So we are going to cover how they feel about you and how they think about you, what they think about you in general. So we are talking about either platonic relationships or romantic. It really doesn't matter because a relationship is a relationship and people can view you honestly the same way within both. So we can dive into it a little bit more specifically though in each pile. As always, if you'd like to dive into a personal reading, I offer those as well as offering extended or extra pick a cards on my Patreon. So check that out if you're interested. I'll link down below. But we can get into this. Just have your specific person in mind, of course, and intuitively channel which card is for you. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. If you need to know how to pick a card, I have a video down below for that. Otherwise, timestamps are also below. See you at your time. All right, group 1, let's get started with your reading. So let's see how this person feels about you. We have 12th house, surrender, Aries, and Saturn to get started. So I feel like this person may feel almost subjected to your will, maybe. And I feel like that's a very strong message right away, but almost like, you know, they have to maybe give something up in order to really connect with you or pursue you. There's some sort of desire to almost kind of push a breaking point, maybe like really stand up for yourself, I feel like. In order to really kind of break through to you is what I'm getting. And that's kind of how this person views you. They feel that you are somebody that is, you know, you're very worth, I think, the fight. However, you fight for things that are different than I think what this person is probably have seen other people fight for. So I feel like that kind of gives them an intimidation factor here with you. So I feel like, yeah, like intimidation's a good word. I feel like this person is a little intimidated by you, but it's because they know that you stand for things and are willing to stand for things that, you know, may make others disagree with you. And that, I feel like you're okay with that though. I feel like you're the type of person that, you know, understands that there are certain things that it's just your responsibility to kind of stand up for and stand, you know, your ground in. Now with Aries here being in the 12th house and with Saturn, it's almost like, you know, there's like this impulsive need to kind of change things around, move things around, and kind of restructure things. But I feel like at the same time you're gaining knowledge with maturity that kind of shows you that things are doing their own thing. You know, you don't always have to be the one to restructure and take charge, because there is somewhat of a take charge kind of energy here that they are perceiving and feel like from you. And I feel like maybe if this is somebody you've known for a long time, they're kind of noticing that you're not, I guess, well, there's two different ways to perceive this. There's, you know, if you've known this person a long time, they're noticing that you're having very different views on your stances. You're either changing them or you're standing more strongly in them, and it's kind of intimidating to them. Or this could be like a matter of, well, I guess it's kind of the same thing. So I mean, you're really standing in some sort of ground here, and this person really feels intimidated by it. They feel like you are willing to kind of put yourself in the position to take a hit in order to, you know, maybe do the things that they would want to do and that they feel like, you know, maybe aren't so practical for them. So that's kind of an interesting message right off the bat. Let me see how else they feel about you. So we have 7 of Candles, Mystic of Tomes, and the Diviner. Yeah, I think it's Diviner. Anyways. So 7 of Candles. Yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, like standing up for something and having people kind of like judge you for it. And I feel like this person may be someone that does judge you for it. However, like I said, I feel like over time, because I feel like time does play a big role in how they view you, it's changed over time where they realize like, oh, this person actually stands for something that I didn't understand, that I was kind of the one not seeing clearly everything. Because we have, the diviner and the mystic of tomes, and both of these energies are very spiritually awoke. They're woke people, I guess is the best way to put it. I'm sorry, my words are all over the place for me to explain this, but I just feel like you guys have really taken the time to not only challenge your own beliefs and stand up for your own values and whatnot, but maybe challenge beliefs around you and, be the person that, like I said, like this person feels like you're intimidating. So if you are standing up to them and making them question their beliefs and the way that they've always gone about things, like I feel like that is probably why I'm kind of picking up on somewhat of a sour energy. It's like, it's harsh, I guess, is more of the word for it. And I feel like it's almost because they're jealous of you in the way that you radiate, individuality and your own self-assertion. And if that's something that makes them not feel some type of way about you, I feel like that's their own problem. Because we have the Fool card here as well as Two of Pentacles. So again, Two of Pentacles, it's like you transform, you change your mind, and you make decisions and make moves for yourself that get you to this Mystic of Tomes place where it's like, oh, I learned something. I created a full spectrum that now I can basically pick what I want to use and what I want to do. And again, with the diviner here, it's like you can use your resources, and your resources mainly being yourself and your intuition and the good heavens that help you and guide you without you really even having to ask or really have to do anything. Again, that has to do with the surrender too. So this person feels like you have some very heavy protection, I feel like, from the divine, almost from just your own sense of spirituality and your own sense of self and your own sense of responsibility in this world, that is intimidating to them, and it's hard for them to break through to and really even relate to you and maybe see you in the purest of forms. I feel like you really want this person to understand you in your totality, but I feel like they can't. I feel like they can't see all that you are. With the Fool card here, I feel like you may have just kind of started this new path again. Like I said, something about time here. This is you've wisened up over the years, and you've been able to start taking stances that really matter to you. I feel like there may be a little bit of a frivolousness, so this person might view you and feel that you act in a frivolous manner. You may just not have enough grace yet, I feel like. But it's not a bad thing. And don't take any of this any sort of way other than just knowing that who you are is your own journey. And this person, I feel like they're the type of people that they're afraid to jump. You see the Fool here, you think of a baby bird going to jump for the first time, or going to jump the first time. Well, yes, you're going to jump to swim. Oh my gosh, my words. Going to jump to fly. And that can be incredibly intimidating for people. And honestly, I guess with this 12th house energy is where I'm getting kind of that sink or swim type energy. They want you to fail is a thought that I just had. So I feel like a part of them does want you to fail because they think that they would fail. Oh my God, that's so it. Because Saturn being in the 12th house, that is so, and being in Aries nonetheless, that's other people wanting you to fail because they failed, because they haven't been able to make things work. And this person may be one of those people, or maybe just, maybe somebody that, I don't know, man, the Seven of Candles is really telling. I want to give this person the benefit of the doubt. Benefit of the doubt, benefit of the doubt. But I just I honestly, I feel like my energy is a little stuttery and shaky right now. So I feel like this person kind of moves, jagged. I feel they're projecting onto you their own frivolousness. I think, they think that you don't know where you're going, and that you're just kind of making these leaps without really looking. But I feel like you're looking with due cause, with, where you should look, you look. And when you don't need to look, you don't look. And that's kind of intimidating to people that don't feel like they're capable of that. They're kind of unforgiving towards themselves is kind of the vibe that I get. And they may project that onto you and make you feel like you have something to change and that you have, to respond to their beliefs and their opinions about who you should be, but I'm seeing that you just, like, it keeps coming back to the Seven of Candles. Strut your stuff. Keep doing your thing. Don't worry about, you know, the kind of pressure that you may be getting from this person if you are in contact with them. If this is somebody that you really don't even mess with, though, I'm just telling you, like, it's not, I mean, I guess they're not really worth your time. I mean, like, people are worth your time to a degree, you know, to kind of understand their energies and learn from relationships. I don't want to, you know, convince you otherwise. But at the same time, building your individuality is the most important thing for you in your journey here. So if you feel like this person is getting in the way of that, like, you have to be the one to say, okay, I'm out of this, I'm out, I'm jumping, and I'm collaborating the situation to fit my needs. So forever who needed to hear that, I don't know, that was kind of a little off topic, but yeah, I feel like this person just doesn't understand where you're coming from sometimes, but that's because you come from a higher mind, I guess, is how we can put it. Especially, like I said, the diviner, mystic of tones. It's very elegant, high-class type energy where it's like, I know things that I just know, like claircognizance, clairvoyance, the clairs, you know, you have this gut reaction almost to the way that you're supposed to do things, and that's kind of this Aries energy popping through, being like, do this, and you do this, and you know, sometimes with Saturn, like I said, I feel like you've had to build up the way that you have, you know, been able to change things and go after things. But, you know, I feel like because of that, and because of your growth, this person's jealous of you. They find that whatever you've done to change yourself and really transform the version of you in its purest essence, like I said, like, this person can't view that part of you because they're mad about it, you know? And when you don't value something, you're unable to perceive it. You're not able to kind of, you know, move past it at all, or actually, like, grow that idea or expand it, because you've settled with, you know, this being it. That's very Saturn energy. It's saying, you know, this is exactly what I thought it was, so why would it be any different? And it's not. That's just not true. That's not how things work. Things are way more changeable, and that's kind of what you know here with that mystic of tones, then diviner. And I just feel like the people who are hating on you, this person specifically, and hating's not even the word, because I feel like this person is probably just so unconscious that they're like, they think they mean well, literally. And that, oh my God, dude, I can't even, I can make so many videos literally just talking about how annoying that is. So I feel you, but just know that, like, you're rocking whatever you gotta rock here. Like, you're doing exactly what you need to be doing in the way that you need to be doing. You have a progressive hint in the way that you move about the world, and I feel like that intimidates this person and it makes them pissed. So getting back to, like, their main feelings, because I feel like we've just talked a lot about you and just saying how they're jealous of you, but, like, that's literally what you guys need to know about how they feel about you. It's cut and dry. This person wants what you are doing for yourself. They want to create the things that you are creating for yourself. And here's the thing, guys, they can, but they have to do it for themselves. They can't, you know, criticize another person or keep their eyes on another person and expect that, you know, their life will change. And even I feel like this person probably keeps it hidden that they would want to be any different way, because they are so strongly, I feel like, trying to influence you to be a certain way and to fit a certain role. And just, you know, this radical energy here for Aries, Saturn, 12th house again, like, that is very restrictive to how I tell you have to be. And if not, you know, what's going to happen for you is kind of like where I feel like this person is at. Like, they just feel like you may be on the wrong path, but, like, you're not at all. And I feel like the only reason they feel like you're on the wrong path is because they're on the wrong path. But oh my God, that is another reading, guys. So I think we covered what I'd like to in this video. So like I said, if you want any more readings from me, any deeper readings and whatnot, check out the link below in my Patreon and Instagram if you want to dive deeper. But yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to get continuously intuitively channeled messages, more intuitively channeled messages. Good God, my words when I channel are all over the place. But yeah, I think that is it. So I will see you guys in a later video. Peace. Hello, group 2. Let's get started with your reading about how they feel about you. So, we have Trine, Pluto, Sagittarius, and you guys got an extra card, Leo. Okay. This person wants a lot from you, I guess, is what we're going to start with. I feel like this person wants you to be the bread to their butter is what I'm hearing. Like, they want you to really meet not only their expectations, but their beliefs about who they think you should be. I feel like, because I think of Leo a lot, oftentimes as like a role. You know, it's a very showy energy. So I feel like with Sagittarius, Pluto, Trine, all that jazz, something about this is like fitting a role, fitting some type of expectation, and maybe you resisting it. I feel like this person feels like you may be challenging their standards and beliefs, like I was saying, but also just challenging their sense of self and who they identify as and who they, I guess like fight to assert themselves, who they try to, the qualities of themselves, I guess, that they are learning to showcase in themselves, too, is being highlighted. Sorry, this is a little interesting, so take it as it comes with me, but it's very interesting because I feel like, there is such light, positive energy here, but something I feel like is kind of being destroyed in the midst of all that, which destruction is not a bad thing, and I want to make that very clear here. I feel like this energy in this pile specifically holds a lot of grand power that has a purpose even greater than, this connection in this relationship. So, especially with Pluto, Pluto is it's the furthest planet away from the sun, so it makes the biggest impact, honestly, than everything. So, with these two also being just big, boisterous energies, I just truly feel like, you guys are benefiting from this connection in a weird way, and this person kind of feels maybe a little bit uncomfortable about it, but knows that something is kind of transforming within them, and I'm hearing, it feels spicy. So yeah, I feel like I love how my spirit guides talk to me in like the same lingo that I would talk to myself. Like they know what kind of things are gonna like jump out to me. So this is interesting. Anyways, you guys, I feel like I said, you're going through a phase where it's like really shaking things up, and like I said, you're transforming the way that they feel about you in general. I think you're changing in their eyes. So let's look at more cards. I'm invested in this for some reason. So this honestly might be more of like a lovey pile. It's okay if it's not. It'll still resonate, hopefully the same. But let's see. 4 of Tomes, the World, Awakening. Oh yeah, you guys are waking up to a new part of your life that is going to feel a lot more secure and a lot more well-rounded, but there's a little bit of like a clash, I feel like, that's going to have to happen. And maybe that's why you're at this reading, is because, you're starting to notice that there's just some things making themselves more apparent to you, because Leo is sun energy. So it's like, you're being more aware and more led to things that are supposed to change you in this time. And I feel like this person kind of feels the tension that may be created by you. I feel like you have this very like powerful energy going on for you right now, especially with Awakening in the World. It's like you're kind of being shifted into this new phase of your life that is going to be able to seek things that they actually appreciate and that they can value and really hold. I don't know, like with the knowing, like I say hold because we have this 4 of Tomes here. So it's like you really want to showcase. That's also Leo energy. You really want to showcase what it is that you believe and what it is that you want to fight for in this life. That's Sag energy. So yeah, it's kind of conflicting feelings here, because this person likes how you act. They like who you are as yourself. So I feel like this is also kind of like my last reading, where it's like there's a little bit of like an intimidation factor. Almost like, do I want to say it? I'm just going to say it. I feel like you almost feel like this person may destroy you, or they may feel like you are going to destroy them. Don't take it too seriously. Like I said, destruction isn't always bad. It's inevitable. Honestly, you have had other people destroy you in your life. Not always in a bad way, though. Like, destruction means transformation. It means, pulling things apart, dissecting them, and really you know, like purging, I guess, is like the thing that's coming to mind, like things that don't suit you anymore. So I feel like Four of Tomes here, like I said, that showcase energy is coming up. So it's like this person may have put you on a pedestal for some time, or you may have put this person on a pedestal. Honestly, I feel you guys mirror each other quite a bit. So that's kind of why I'm going back and forth with how you feel about them and how they feel about you. But this person just feels like you have a lot of growing to do, and they almost worry that they're going to get in the way of that. But then again, they know that they're kind of along the ride with you, and along for the ride with you, excuse me. They feel like, you know, you have the power to kind of change them, change their mind. But like I said, that really kind of makes them nervous, because that's this Pluto energy. You know, this archetype stands for being the destructive factor, because whether we like to really own it or not, in everybody's lives, in every person, you know, we all have the capability of destroying something, and it's a necessary part of life. You know, you have life, death, and rebirth, and then it keeps going in that cycle. So it's like, you know, there is this death moment of this transformation that you guys will probably end up going through together. And I feel like there's like a feeling, an onset that that's the case, and this person is just kind of trying to get their ducks in a row with this Four of Tomes here, and the world. They're trying to get their ducks in a row to really feel like they've wrapped up everything before they move on to this new venture with you. But if you're feeling any kind of stagnation from this person, or like maybe they don't want to, I don't know, I feel like part of them is not, like I said, they're just not showing the type of person that I feel like, or you're not showing the type of person that they feel like they signed up for, in a way. And it's like I said, it's challenging them, but it's also like making them very highly interested, because Pluto is like, it's sexual energy, not always sexual, but just like that attractive energy that's like, it's magnetizing basically. So I feel like this person is almost magnetized to the way that you're able to kind of destroy their sense of reality and destroy, you know, their vision of what is to come and what they should be doing and whatnot. So let me see what else we got going. We have the Two of Swords as well as the Lovers. So yeah, I mean, I feel like you guys have a very healthy connection. I mean, well, let's not say that out loud, because there's plenty of people that'll watch this, but I know that you guys may have a healthy connection in terms of like, this is going to help you grow. It's healthy in the terms of like, you don't need to fear this person's destructive forces in a way that, you know, prevents them from happening, because like I said, like this person knows that you're meant to destroy them, and vice versa. Like I'm telling you guys both the same thing here. So I mean, if you're in contact with them and want to just tell them to watch this reading, you guys can get a clear understanding of where you're coming from, because both of you guys are going to transform each other and make each other see what you really have to offer. And the Lovers here, you know, this is Gemini energy. This is being able to pick each other's minds and pick a new position in life, basically, because you're connecting your brain and your resources, your energies, like I said, with another person. And I feel like at this time you're kind of being guided to do that, and this person feels the intimidation of that. So more I keep getting off track just because the messages that come out are what want to come out. But what they feel about you is they feel like you hold a greater purpose to them, that you are the type of person that they've always expected you to be, but then now you're adding even more flavor to it, and that makes them excited. It makes them a little scared, and it makes you scared, but at the same time, you guys know that you're walking together into this new path, because you see these lovers, these two little birds are headed towards this, you know, this opening, this path, and they're doing it together. And I feel like this kind of new phase, you know, with this person specifically, is going to really require you to feel with them and to open yourself up, not only, you know, emotionally and spiritually, mentally, all that, but like you have to truly, truly, truly come from a place that decides where you're going and where you want to take other people, and move from a place that allows that kind of stuff to happen. And when you decide, and when you know, make that stance, and you keep pushing forward in the way that, you know, this Leo Sag energy wants you to, and wants this relationship to, I feel like this person they'll go along with it, but like I said, I feel like they just may feel a little threatened by your energy. Maybe feel like I keep wanting to come back to that threatened thing. So I feel like that really does kind of hold something here. But if you can just trust that this person, is, like I said, magnetically just wrapped around your finger, basically, like they just cannot get past what, who you represent, I guess, with this Leo and Sag energy again. They can't get past that. So I guess whatever you want to do to kind of, like I said, lead them in a certain way, whenever you decide how you want to do that and where you want to take them, like they're down for it, basically. And they feel like you are somebody that can kind of help them navigate not only life, but just situations in general and hard things in general, and really show them truly like who they can be at their rawest potential. Now, this trine, I just want to say here, has a lot to do with being able to pursue things with ease. And a lot of this relationship, I feel like, hasn't felt too easy for you, but at the same time, it provides you with a newer sense of ease that is different than the type that you had before. So this is interesting because I feel like this is a relationship that's kind of, it's had to cultivate and change over time, but through your own admiration for each other, specifically them to you though, you've been able to transform and kind of see, that you have some qualities that you can kind of use to your advantage, I guess, is another thing that I'm kind of picking up here. So group 2, if this resonated with you guys, which I hope it did, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more intuitively channeled messages. If you would like a personal reading, like I said, check that out down below, and I would love to give it to you. But otherwise, I will see you in a later reading. Peace. Hello, group 3. Let's get started with your reading, and let's see what they feel about you. So, hello. We have square, Mercury, and semi-sextile. So I feel like this person feels like they're being challenged by you. Like there is a hard time trying to get through to you, trying to really make their feelings known, and really sharing and responding from a place that is true and authentic to them. I feel like there's a lot of miscommunication that's happening right now in this relationship that may make things not, I don't know, I feel like things are, I'm hearing like being kept above board, whatever the saying is. God, I sound crazy. I don't know what it is, but you know what I'm saying. Like just keeping it above the surface level and not really getting into the things that you need to, the deeper things that need to be maybe talked about in this connection. I feel like there's a little bit of avoidance come in, and that's kind of where this square energy is met by this semi-sextile. It's like you're allowing this to be challenging because you're choosing not to communicate about it. Dang, I just came for your throats, but no, this is the truth. That's what I'm getting. And I just feel like this person may wonder why it's happening like this. They don't get like why you guys don't get along. I feel like this person has a little bit of like naive energy, but it's almost like because they're kind of switching faces is kind of what I'm getting. We have Mercury here, so you think like Gemini, Virgo energy, and part of that is being very interchangeable, very quick to decide otherwise because it makes them feel better, I feel like. And this is kind of the energy that this person has, but it's not, I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just think it's kind of their tactic for handling people and situations and things. But either way, one or two of you guys aren't really meeting your expectations on how to communicate and go forward. And because nobody's really addressing that, it can't move forward. Like things can't change, or you can't really allow there to be this expansion, I guess, is what you're kind of looking for. You may want this relationship to grow or evolve, and it's just not happening. And maybe that's why you're like, what is this person feeling? Like, why don't they where are they coming from, basically? And I'm just telling you right now, they barely know where they're coming from. Like, they can't decide. They're coming from a couple different places and then just seeing where it takes them. But, you got to eventually choose at some point and honor your choice, not just saying otherwise. So Let's see what else we have. We have Dreamer of Bells, 4 of Bells, 7 of Tomes. I think it's interesting because this whole Dreamer of Bells, and then he's like in bed. So it's like this person just feels like they had to take a break. I feel like there's maybe some ghosting energy if this is like a no contact-y kind of thing. But like this person didn't feel, like I said, they didn't feel satisfied with the kind of results that they were seeing. They wanted to keep going. Maybe with this relationship and kind of see things change and develop in a different way. But I feel like they just didn't come from a place that was very communicative, like efficiently. Like it wasn't appropriate. The way that they said the things that they said just kind of came out from like left field, and it was like, okay, like what do you mean? Like that's just kind of the energy that I'm getting up on. So I feel like they almost feel a little, I want to say ashamed, but I feel like it's more deep-rooted than that. Like, the shame part might be so hidden from them that they don't feel ashamed because, like, she's still, it's, like, kind of complacent here. Like, she's like, yeah, I did what I did. And I'm going to continue to do it. Like, so I feel like this person almost feels like they're right and they can justify it. And that they're, like I said, allowing things to kind of continue how they are because they can justify that they're right. Regardless if they are or not, this is how they feel about you and about the situation. So if there was any kind of mental conflict, I feel like, you know, they may just be avoiding it. This makes me feel like they're avoiding work. Like I said, like they're avoiding that self-reflection. They're avoiding that time to themselves to really kick back and, you know, see their immaturity, see where they may have, I don't know, just had their head in the clouds and really weren't coming from a place that was tuned into them. You know, there was a lot of noise that kind of clouded where they were coming from. So we also have 7 of Pentacles again, interesting, and 7 of Wands. That is interesting. So 3 7s in this reading. Yeah, I mean, that goes back to like introspective energy, but also like I feel like somebody here, maybe it's you. You're very spiritual. You have some like very intelligent insights that I feel like confuses this person a little bit, almost to the degree where they don't know how to believe you because they just like I said, like they're very good at justifying their own point of view, and they feel like, you know, if they take what you have to offer that it might burn them because like. This is like having an opinion that kind of stands out from the crowd and being that person to be like, yep, this is it. And I feel like, you know, this kind of energy in the Dreamer of Bells and the 4 of Bells, it's like they don't feel confident enough in themselves to really tell you how they feel to your face. Obviously, while you're here, you're like, what is going on with this person? And I get it. Like, I understand. Honestly, I'm going to pull more cards for you guys because I'm like, what truly is going on with this person? Like, why don't they... Why don't they want to open up? Like, even reading their energy is, like, kind of difficult because these people, they feel, like I said, they feel justified. They feel like what they're doing is doing what they need to do. And it might be justified. Honestly, I feel like this person may have a purpose. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, the Mystic of Vials, it's like they're going after something with an awareness of, like, the fact that they have to contain themselves. I feel like this person's holding themselves back, and they feel like they have to hold themselves back around you because they have some kind of goal in mind where they have to keep a lid on it, basically. If you see right here, like they have the emotional storm like in a bottle because it's like, you know, I can't let this break free because what about all my hard work that I've put in? What about all the things I've already done? What about, you know, X, Y, and Z? And that's why it's like all of this work is just laying out and they're just ignoring it because it's like, they don't understand, I don't think, that everything that you've done up until now can be applied all integrated together in this moment. And I feel like that is kind of a weird concept to people because our human brain doesn't really like ambivalence. But I feel like this person almost is kind of being forced to feel and think outside of the box, and maybe you're the catalyst for that is kind of what I'm picking up here, is you're the person, holy cow, that was too many cards. You're the person that is trying to kind of shake up their mindset, and I feel like they feel, like I said, complacent is a good word for it. Like they just feel like, you know, like, thanks for like your idea or whatever, but I don't know. I have other options. I have other things to do, honestly, that may may justify, maybe that, like what I was saying, that justifying factor about why they're doing what they're doing, or why they're not communicating the way that maybe that you want them to, honestly. Because what's highlighted here is we got frustrates, demands, struggles. So it's like this person really struggles with getting their point across clearly and being seen clearly. They kind of feel like I said, like they have their head in the clouds a little bit. Like they have so many insights and so many things to think about that they may not have the time to really think about you and feel, your connection in the way that you're expecting them to, but it doesn't mean that they're not. Yeah, especially with Dreamer of Tomes here. So we have two pages here, a page of Pentacles and a page of Swords. So it's like, they have other things to worry about and to focus on. And I feel like when they think about you, it just kind of shows them that, there's just some people in some situations that you can't properly communicate everything that you feel. And at times, you have to just hold back. You can't expect other people to understand where you're coming from all the time. And I feel like this person almost understands that to sometimes a fault. Like they don't care if you care, if you understand them sometimes. And I feel like that may hurt your feelings, but I don't think it's meant to. Like this person just comes from a completely different place. Like this Mystic of Vials is really telling of their energy, Like you can see here that his eye, it's almost like blinded or just like a different color or something like that. I take it blinded because there's like a scar on his face. So like he's seen things, he's been through things, he has different insight now because of it too. And maybe that's why this person's kind of unorthodox to you and they feel unorthodox to you, or maybe you feel like that to them. Like they don't, for whatever reason, your vibes aren't matching up and you guys are miscommunicating, and they feel like however you're handling this situation, it's not matching up to their standards. And like I said, probably vice versa. But starting things off here, we have the Magician and Four of Vials. So it's like, if you can decide that, like, honestly, like I said, this is a very mirroring situation. So, like, if this person can just decide that, they're good on this connection, like, they don't need to worry about it, and they won't. And I feel like that's kind of their stance right now, is they're like, nope, I'm good. I don't need to fret on this because it's not my decision to make. And honestly, I feel like that decision is actually what they made, and that has kind of, they're moving on now, and they're moving on to different paths because they're like, I just didn't feel the vibe from this connection. I didn't feel I just didn't feel connected in general. And I feel like, with the Magician here, and just, I don't know, there's some big energy about this person kind of pursuing their own path and really not wanting to see if you get it or not. And that might be offensive to you, but honestly, if you're doing your own thing, I feel like this should show you something. It should show you either, to be a little less ruthless in your own pursuits of connection and in pursuing your idea. Like I said, with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's like, or Seven of, Seven of Wands. This is like standing up for yourself. And I feel like this person didn't like the bait that you were giving them. So maybe, some advice for you is, if you do want to pursue a connection with this person, I feel like you're going to have to meet them, because something about this person's energy is special. And, they're different. They're definitely different. And like I said, like there is a little bit of like an irritation and like a smug type energy where they're like I said, like they're, take them or leave them. But if you feel like this person is special to you and they have high ideals that you want to understand more, ask questions, approach them. Like I'm hearing like be fearless. Like this person wants you to be fearless and wants you to like give a damn instead of not pursuing them, I guess, and not pursuing the things that you want. Because like I said, they're going to continue what they're doing. But you just kind of bumped into them and like, tried to talk to them, and I feel like it just didn't go correctly, and now you're caught up on it. But they're like, I have to move on. I have to keep going and doing what I'm doing, because I know where I'm coming from, even if you don't. And even if you feel like like I don't, like I said. Now, going back to the Dreamer of Bells and Dreamer of Tones to end this off, I do feel like I said, this person does have a little bit of like an immature energy, but it's not immature. Like, I hate that people have such a negative connotation for that word, because like immaturity just means that you're fresh, like you're brand new going into this journey. I mean, you have the Magician here, number 1 in the tarot for Major Arcana. Like, you're starting fresh. This person has just walked into maybe this information, or maybe has just gotten past, you know, this big bump in the road for them, and they finally learned what works for them, and they feel like they are unwilling to change that for you. And I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, if that makes you feel like any type of way, but just know that if maybe you wiggle a little bit, because like I said, this could be mirroring your energy, maybe if you assert yourself like this Magician is suggesting, and you do a little wiggling, like this person will meet you, because like I said, like this person just has a different approach, and they're not willing to budge to like try to meet you. I mean, they will like when you appeal to them, I guess, which like that sounds bad, but like this is not bad energy. Like, this person just is different, like they're quirky, I guess is the best way to put it, and they have kind of their own way of vibe checking, you know, who's really worth their time, because they've been hurt. And that's why I feel like this Page energy is coming in. It's like, you know, they've learned their lessons, and now they're kind of coming from a place where they have to be vulnerable again. They have to put themselves out there again and go after things again, but they're doing it with more I don't know, structure. They're not leaning on other people as much as they used to. So, you know, that includes you in the way that, you know, you're able to communicate with them. If this has been something that has been long-standing, I guess, like if this is a longer connection. So group 3, I hope this message resonated for you guys. If it did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and of course subscribe to my channel. Any further readings and whatnot are linked down below, so check those out. Otherwise, I hope to see you guys in a later video. Peace.